Okay guys, welcome back to another video. Today I will be giving just a small overview of the LiTime 60 amp charge controller, which is an MPPT charge controller, which can do a configuration of 12, 24, 36 or 48 volts, right? Just a quick overview. Normally I would do an unboxing, but I already have it installed. Didn't get a chance to do an unboxing video, so I'm just going to do a quick overview of what this device entails. It's a very versatile charge controller. If you buy this charge controller, it's really future proof. You can set up whatever size solar charging system that you want in the future, with the right configuration, that is. So if you have a 12 volt battery, for example, or a 24 volt battery bank, or if you plan to go 48 volt in the future, you can always reconfigure this system to match whatever type of batteries that you have. Alright, so first of all, here you have the inputs. You have the PV inputs right here, negative and positive. This is where you connect your battery, and if you want to put for example a 12 volt load right here, like a light or something, you can do it here as well. Under the charge controller here, you have a communication port right there. I think the purpose of that is you can use this port right here to hook up to another similar charge controller, and so that they can work in unison. If you have a bigger system that requires two charge controllers working simultaneously, you can hook them together and go into the menu and set them to communicate with each other using this port. And I think it's an RJ11 Ethernet cord, if I am not mistaken. This charge controller also has a temperature probe attached. So if you have like a battery, like a lead acid battery that you want to monitor, like if it's too cold or too hot, then this probe can send a signal to the charge controller to cut off charging when the temperatures are too hot or too cold. So that is what this probe, if you are using a lithium battery that has its own temperature monitoring it, then you do not need this probe right here. I just installed it for demonstration purposes. Okay, so here what comes with this charge controller, we have it comes with 6 reducing pins, which you are going to crimp them onto, I think this is what, 10 gauge wire. Yeah, 10 gauge wire. I crimp them onto 10 gauge wire and mark them red for positive and black for negative for each of the sides. So you have 2 going out to the PV, which is the solar input, and we have 2 going to the battery, to the bus bar for the battery, right, on this system. I will talk about the rest of the components in another video. Alright, here on the charge controller, it has a nice LCD screen. It is backlit when when you press the button. Here you have the menu button here, and you have up and down to scroll between the values. So right now I have one battery connected to this charge controller, and I am getting a resting voltage of 13.3 volts. Right, this up here signifies what mode it is in. It is in 12 volt mode, and right now I do not have any PV coming into this charge controller. You do see a symbol up here, and this light right here would come on, showing that there is a PV input. Right, this symbol right here, this light and this symbol represents a load, and this is like your error. When you get an error, you would see like a low voltage warning. This light would come on and blink. Right, first of all, you can use this button, scroll through different information that's coming in, and it can tell you how much the temperature and so forth. E00 means that there is no error coming into the charge controller right now. If there are other errors, you see like E01, E02, etc. so on and so forth. But right now we don't have any errors, so that is why you see E00 on there. So you scroll through like this. There is no amps and no power being pulled from no significant power being pulled from the battery at this time, which this charge controller can monitor some of those things. Right, and we're back at the resting volt for the battery. Here now is this button. You press it once and it turns on the load, as you can see. It turns on the load. You press it once to turn it back off. This now is your menu button. Right, you press and hold, and you can choose the type of battery that you have to connect it to this thing. I will leave it on the Li, meaning lithium. Right, and you can cycle through, and you can change. You can press it again to cycle what size battery bank you're using. So in this case I'm using 12 volt. I will leave it at that. You press it again, and that is your boost charge voltage, which comes the default at 14.4 volts. Right, and when you're finished, you can just press the enter button to save your settings. Right, this charge controller also has Bluetooth functionality. So whatever it is that you can do using the physical buttons on the charge controller, you can also connect to the LiTime Solar app. You can find it on the Play Store or the Apple Store, and connect to this device and monitor and change settings, advanced settings on this charge controller. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for now. So this charge controller just got installed. I haven't tested it as much. I'm very new to this solar build projects as well, so I will be doing further testing as time goes by, and I will make subsequent videos telling you guys about my experiences with these products. So just please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Your support is highly appreciated. Right, and please give your feedback if you want to. Yes, that is also highly appreciated, because this is also a learning process for me. I'm just here to highlight some of the things that I find interesting. Okay, thank you so much for watching.